Hi there, Gemini. Welcome to your March reading. It's fantastic to see you again, and I hope that your month is already getting off to a great start. Now, just a reminder, you can always use this for your sun, rising, and moon sign. And you know that I normally begin with channeled information, so let's get straight to that. For those of you that are new, the way that I receive the channeled information is I select a deck of cards, and then I meditate just before I do the reading. As I was tuning into your energy for this month, the number one thing that came through was really to practice good self-care, taking care of your sleep and wake schedule and making sure that you're rested enough. Because what I really got was sort of an image of the Four of Swords card, which is sleeping, resting, and making sure that there is ample time for you to just relax. And that's something that I've seen themes of in other signs this month. Some people I've said have a little bit more fun. For you, it's more pointed. It was specifically rest. And so I think as long as you make time for that and don't deprive yourself of that, or if you are resting but not feeling that you've had a good night's sleep, maybe that's something to also look at. Talk to a doctor, make sure that your diet's together, or if there's not something else that might be pulling you off balance. If you do that this month, then everything else will be a lot more manageable, so highly recommend that. Now, you might have noticed I'm not using note cards for the channeled information anymore. I think one, it's going to be a little bit more environmentally friendly for me just to say this live, and also I think it's a much more fluid way to deliver the information. So hopefully you like it. I'm doing that across all signs this month. Let's now go ahead and give this deck of cards a good shuffle. And for those of you that have joined me from month to month, I wanted to say welcome back. Anybody that's brand new, however, I'll let you know how I organize this. I'll be pulling out a Celtic cross here momentarily, and then I like to expand that forecast. I have a Catalyst card and Health, Wealth, Love, and Destiny. And I'll get into all of those in just a moment. At this point, I like to remain quiet and just see which cards are coming through and also what messages are attached to them. Let's go ahead now and take a look at the Catalyst card, and then I will walk you through all the messages that I'm seeing here in front of me. The Catalyst is a theme for the month. It's a connective thread that really ties all of these cards together and also can give you pointers on what else to embrace or try to steer away from. So we have a transformation card that came through. So the card that came through was the Swan, and it was reversed. Whenever I see a transformation card in reverse, it's an encouragement to you to consider making changes in your life so that you can see things from another angle. Very interesting that we have mirror images on this card. Now, what this is basically encouraging you to do is to look past the obvious, because there is something of more value than what you see on the surface level. So for some of you, this could mean that if you don't give someone a second chance, you may lose out on a great friend, a potential lover. There may be a job situation or some sort of great opportunity in your life that you may just pass because you think, that's not for me. Or you think you see them for who they are, but they're actually not revealing all their true colors. So the positive aspects of that basically are saying that you want to really look at things because there might be something better. The reverse of this is also saying, the people in your life that you think might have always been there and had your back, etc., you might want to take a closer look. Just open your eyes, open your ears, and I would also say, like, see, hear, and feel with your heart. This will not lead you astray. You'll always know, whether you want to call it your heart, your gut, whatever, your intuition. It's going to be able to be your compass, your North Star during this situation. And I would say this whole month, I want you just to take a closer look at everything in your life and figure out, does this still make sense? Is this person who they're presenting themselves to be? And I think you're going to have some sort of an intuition about who and what you should really give the most attention to, but just know that there's capacity for more than you expect. The other nice aspect of the Swan card is that you could evolve into this. If there's something about your life that you don't like, maybe you're working through an addiction, maybe there's just something else that you want to shift, change, or alter, this card is showing you that through hard work, time, and also just being very, very diligent about it, changes can happen and you can emerge a different person. So work on yourself. That might be deciding to take on some sort of course of study, or deciding to change your routine on how you work out or what kind of food you're putting in your body, whatever. Again, like the swan, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes the proper steps, no shortcuts. And then you will reemerge feeling different, looking different, but it's that feeling that really matters, okay? Now let's take a look at the arrangement of the cards and the other information that's coming through with each of them. Your center card kind of is a nod back to my channeled information. We have the upright version of Temperance here, which is reminding you that the key to success this month is not to let anybody really get under your skin. If there's a way to sort of brush things off and take them as, you know, one situation at a time, one day at a time, that's going to be most beneficial in you being able to, again, see things for their true potential and what they really are. Your crossing card this month for that Temperance card is the Two of Wands. I love the Two of Wands. It's a card of exploring opportunity, dreaming about the future, and what I like about this one is look at all of the power and strength that this person is harnessing once they've decided to activate on their plan. So this is a month of planning first, doing later, and I really want you to take your time and enjoy the planning process. That seems sometimes counterintuitive. We want to just kind of like rush in, feel our way through it. Temperance is saying, no, the reverse is true. You really want to kind of like slow and steady is going to win this race. And this is all about the details, the planning, and the understanding of what's going on. So embrace this and realize that it's going to make the long-term effort that you're going to be putting into things so much easier because you'll have a blueprint. I mean, if you think of construction, if someone just kind of winged it, the house would probably fall apart or cave in. You need to have a very, very good blueprint. And so think about that this month as you decide to make potentially some of those changes that we were seeing with the Swan card. Deep past. I feel like as this month begins, you're already on a nice momentum here. We have the Knight of Swords. It's upright. That usually shows fast movement, good luck, and good experience when it comes to communication. This can also be a strong air sign that's coming into your life. Or it can just be an aspect of your personality, feeling that you're finally ready to take on the challenges that are coming through. So I feel like you've already got that energy from last month, from the hard work you've been doing. As we enter into this month, your recent past is Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And this is a pretty simple card to unpackage. It's just showing that there's a little bit more energy going out, and or it can be resources as well. So whether it's time, money, or energy, you're going to be investing more than you're going to be receiving. So just make sure that you're comfortable with that, and especially if it comes to your pocketbook, make sure that you're okay with what's left over at the end of the month. So good time to take a look at your budget. Another message that I'm seeing that's kind of universal for this month. Crowning card, we have the Emperor, and the Emperor is reversed. Now with the reversal of the Emperor card, for some of you, it's about letting go of things, and I don't always read the Emperor reversed as that. Sometimes I will say it's like time to take control, but based on the fact that your channeled information was rest, your center card is Temperance, this card is saying pick and choose your battles, pick and choose what you really want to own and manage this month, and let some other people pick up the slack, because you don't have to manage it all. Sometimes when you do that, you're letting other things in your life kind of like fall by the wayside. So I really want you to be happy with what you're paying attention to, and the other stuff you have to either delegate, let go, or somehow move on from. I feel that you do have enough resources as you go into the middle of this month. So looks like maybe a tough first week, but as you get to weeks 2 and 3, we have the Nine of Pentacles, one of my favorite cards when it comes to finance. There's not really a bad part of this card other than sometimes you may not be looking at people around you. So if you are in a place of abundance and you can share, then share. But otherwise, what I see with this, and it's a really positive message, is you're working towards more independence, self-sufficiency, and hopefully in the long run, the ability for you to have a nice nest egg. And that should be one of your other focal points this month, is How are you tracking on your investments? Do you feel good about them? I like that there's a nice abundance card that's coming in for you. Now, when I look at the ego, we have the moon, and the moon is upright. And the thing with the moon card is it's not necessarily good or bad. It's kind of how you perceive it. And based on what's around it, I see this as a positive card. The moon can be something that you use to harness your creativity. It can bring up hopes and fears. And since it's upright, I would say this is more about the hopes in your life, the dreams. So I want you to pay attention to maybe things that you haven't thought about for a while. Or for those of you that are creative and you get downloads like I do through meditation or dreams, use those to inform and to inspire the work that you do on a day-to-day basis. When I'm looking at your environment card, we have Queen of Pentacles. It's upright, again showing me positive growth when it comes to your money as this month is proceeding. So whatever challenges you have at the beginning, you have a lot of opportunities throughout the month to remedy or to improve upon that. So I'm feeling pretty good about your money situation. Now, for those of you that might be thinking of starting a family, I don't necessarily love the connection of the moon and the Queen of Pentacles. What it's showing me, and then right above this, by the way, we have the Hanged Man, is that you don't want to rush into anything this month. Take your time. It's either just from a biological standpoint, it might not be the right timing, or from a financial standpoint, you might want to time it better in the year. Just take a look at that and realize that this is just 1 month in time. Don't let it get you down if you are, again, trying to get pregnant. If you're trying to adopt, there could just be some delays. So just a quick side note about that. When I see a very maternal card like Queen of Pentacles and the Moon, definitely get a child vibe from that. And the Hanged Man is just showing some delays. Now it's reversed though, so it shouldn't be as bad as you think. So that's why I'm saying push through it. Don't give up. Just look at different timings. And again, if you're on fertility drugs or trying in vitro, it might just be about the second or third time or something like that before things take. Now, when we're looking at other hopes and fears in your life, you're starting to make some progress in areas that maybe you just haven't seen any forward momentum before. So I want you to embrace that this month and don't let any previous delays get you down. Your outcome card is the Devil and it's upright. We'll talk about that in a second, but it's attached to the Hanged Man. So I think the real message here on the Devil card is the past is just that. You're focusing right now on the opportunities at hand. The future is really all that you should be focusing on. And I think I talked to another sign about that, and you can kind of make it a mantra. The past is behind me. Today is a blessing, and I'm going to make the most of it. And tomorrow, anything is possible. So if you think in the realm of possibilities rather than constraints and blocks, then you start to open up your energy, and you also start to beckon in any sort of wonderful opportunities. It's very magnetic. So I want you to think about possibilities, opportunities, and the future. Now, since we have the Devil card here, and I'm going to use the catalyst here to help temper or to help unearth the meaning of it, I want you again to look at facades. So we have a couple of cards here that I'll pull up as well that are pointing to the fact that people may be wearing some masks this month. For me, the Moon card can indicate someone in your personal circle, very close to you, that either has something that they want to talk to you about or maybe doing something and they haven't told you about it. So if you're just starting to date someone, really make sure that you understand one another and what your expectations are with regards to like monogamy. Maybe the other person's more interested in continuing to date other people. Just make sure you're on the same page with things like that. It can also be about someone in your life that you just kind of have this feeling that I need to talk to them, or they seem like they need help, or I don't trust this person. I want you to listen to those voices and those feelings, because when I look at the Swan, the Moon, and the Devil card, it's showing me that there are masks and you want to reveal the masks this month, okay? Now, it's not a big concern for you. That's the outcome. It's towards the end of the month. If you keep an open mind and you really embrace this message that came through for your benefit, really, which is things are not always what they seem, then you're going to be able to do that successfully throughout the entire month. Now, let's take a look at your expanded forecast, and we'll begin with your health card. Health includes mind, body, and spirit. So let's see what part of your health is going to be the focal point for this month. Okay, so we have this embrace card. I just basically want you to embrace mindfulness, healthiness, and taking care of yourself. And as long as you are doing that, I think that you're going to be able to sustain, or in some cases, you'll be able to get closer to your goal. But there's good momentum around the first week. So if you want to start something new, definitely use that energy that is coming into the month. It's not available to everybody. Some people have some blocks from the past. It feels like you have a good beginning of the month. So take that, use it, maximize it to your benefit. The other thing that I'm seeing with this, there is a heart on this card. So one thing that you want to make sure that you're paying attention to this month is your cardiovascular health. If there's any history of heart illness or heart disease, get that checked out. Otherwise, it's just about making smart decisions that are going to really embrace your heart health. So lower cholesterol, lower sodium, and good exercise this month. If you're feeling any pain or discomfort, getting that taken care of and going to a professional as well. We just looked at health. Now let's take a look at your wealth card. Wealth includes all types of opportunities when it comes to money and finance. Let's see what the overarching theme is for you this month. Let me give it a good shuffle. So we have the creation card here, birthing, and it's in an upright position, which is very, very favorable. So if there's anything that you want to do that is brand new, perhaps a new investment, a new business opportunity, or something that is just an idea that you've been having and you wanted to explore, this shows me great creative energy. Likewise, if you're in an existing job, or if you're just looking at your existing investments at whatever state of your life you're in, this card shows me that there's some opportunity that's going to come through that will allow you to create more. It's a growth card. So that's a great message that comes through, so embrace that. As we look now at your love card, this is going to be in respect to all relationships in your life, and we'll allow the cards to sort of dictate what the specific message is. We have peace offering. So with the peace offering card, the message, of course, is to try to take the higher ground here. And if there's someone in your life with whom you've had challenges in the past and perhaps you've lost your way, you haven't talked in a while, this card is reminding you that the more that you hold on to that energy, the more difficult it becomes for you to meet new people in your life, the more difficult it is for that person to let go as well. The strongest thing that you can do here is to either just simply forgive and release, or you can talk to them as well and say, you know, I'm tired of this energy between us. I want us both to move forward. And you'll figure out the best words for this. But part of this would be, you know, you can say, I love you, I miss you, I'm sorry that this happened. If you don't want to say I'm sorry, you can just say, I really don't like the quiet, the silence that we have between us. Let's talk. So somehow put out that olive branch and be kind and open when you do it. There can't be sort of an undercurrent of, you know, I'm going to do this because you didn't. Don't do any of that. It has to be really open-hearted and just say, I'm concerned. I haven't heard from you in a while. I know we haven't always been on the best of terms, but are you okay? You know, that's one way that you can do it. Make sure that there's love, that there's heart with it, and that there's no kind of thorny edge. And if you can't do that yet, then what you want to focus on is just release. Also, if you're interested in it, I have a video on my website and here on YouTube that's called a contract release. This is a great way to let go of people that are both in your life or that are not in your life, and living and dead. And it's a great way for you to step away from that energy that you might have had if you were married, or if you were in some sort of a business relationship, or whatever sort of other contracts or things that might have been going on with you. This will help you release from them. So take a look. It's in my guided meditation section. Again, you can just go to my website or go to my channel main page and you'll see it there. Now let's take a look at your destiny card and see what kind of insights are coming through. This is your GPS and your free will card. And if you like where you're headed, great. If you don't, this card can help you steer one way or the other. So this month for destiny, we have this Holly card, which I actually see as both a time marker, showing me that a lot of the work that you're doing now will pay off in December. I associate this with that type of year, or that time of year rather, November, December, January. The other thing with this is when I'm looking at the prickly leaves on this, that there's going to be some difficult things that you have to go through this month. We saw that peace offering card. We saw the beginning could be a little tricky with both your resources and possibly someone in your circle that may not be showing you their full self. They might be wearing a mask. Once you get through that, though, there is light and illumination. So get past the thorns, get past some of the difficulty, and realize that you're treading in a very positive direction. And I see this card also as a harvest card. And so as we're looking again at the very end of the year, November, December, and into the following year, I feel like that's the point where everything's coming into focus. Some of these long-term goals that you've been trying to accomplish, you will see fruition on that. You need to be patient, you have to be diligent, and you want to embrace the center card here, which was Temperance. Seeing this as something where you're not going to win or lose it in a month. It is a kind of average over all 12 months. Some are a little bit more exciting, some are a little bit busier. This month, to me, it seems like it's a focus on restoration, taking care of yourself, rest, relaxation, really protecting your resources, and unveiling or revealing anything that might not be there for your benefit. And once you've done that, then you can kind of push that away and evolve into whatever it is you're trying to become here with the Swan. Let's quickly look at all of the cards. I kind of did a mini review right there, but my channeled information was just that, to rest. The Swan is telling you that there are some things that are appearing to be something that they're not, supported by the Moon card. It's also a transformation card in reverse, which shows me restructuring. You know that you need to make some changes in your life, and you can do them now. You're supported by that card. The rest of the spread here is showing that, again, easy does it. That's your main message at the center. And embrace whatever decisions you do decide to make this month with the Two of Wands. Just remember that part of the message of the Two of Wands was really to pay attention to making that blueprint so that you're set up for success in the long run. As we look at Deep Past, we have Knight of Swords, showing that the action is really in your favor towards the beginning of the month. A lot of great momentum. We talked about resources being tapped initially, but then coming into much more balance as the month goes on. Letting go of some things is going to be important this month. Don't try to control everything. Don't try to tell people what to do either with the Emperor reverse. It's a card of like stepping back and letting people manage themselves. If you're in any sort of new relationship, the Devil card is really encouraging you to have open and transparent conversations. When it comes to new jobs, birthing new projects, and also creating an extension to your family, there might be some delays this month. Don't worry, the Hanged Man is reversed, which shows that these are things that you should be able to get past. The Devil can sometimes have to do with legal requirements that are pulling you back, so you really want to look at that. Maybe have a good lawyer take a look at documents, or if there's a loophole that will work in your favor, that could be helpful. I did notice that this Devil card has a lot of money in the center, so I do want you to take extra care with your money and make sure that you understand the investments that you have, or how you're saving it and how you're spending it. There could be something there where you're not maximizing either your savings or you're paying too much in interest. So take a look at that. That could also be what the Devil card is nodding at. As we look at your expanded forecast, a reminder that you just really want to embrace healthy living this month. The first week is going to be a good time to start new habits, so do that. Look at your heart health as well. If there's anything that you have to fix, this is the month to do so. When we look at your wealth, great time to start new things, great time to grow your investments. But like I said, understand all of the fine print. And if there's anything that isn't working, that birthing card is showing, why not shift it? Why not try something new? It's a lot easier to let go of either old vendettas or attachments to people than to hold on, because when you hold on, you literally are kind of stealing some of your own potential, not allowing that person to move forward, and it just weighs you down. So let go of it. And that's really what the Peace Offering card is saying. As we look at your long-term goals with this Holly card, it feels like the end of the year is when you're starting to see some of the opportunities coming to fruition that you're hoping to see now. So there's going to need to be some patience for some things. That's why the Hanged Man is there. So there might be a delay in the middle of the year, but it eases up towards the end. Around November is when it feels like things are really starting to get easy when it comes to any of these long-term struggles that you have. There's some thorny things that you have to work through, but ultimately it's a very good month. So weed out all of the thorns, get to the good part, and celebrate the positivity of this, which is also that there are good things that are coming down the line. You want to look forward to those. So that brings this monthly reading to a close. But if you'd ever like to talk to me about something going on in your life, maybe it's a big decision, a difficulty in a relationship or something else, I'm here for you. And you can take a look at my rates and availability by going to the first link right under the video in the description area. And underneath that, you'll notice a couple of additional links. The first one is going to allow you to give a donation if you like what I'm doing here and just want to help pay for some of the costs of production, including purchasing the cards, paying for the internet, things like that. Those donations go a long way towards getting rid of those costs. So thank you so much if that's something that you choose to do. And know that even if you just want to say thanks, it's something that will help a lot of other people. To stay in touch, which I'd love you to do, the easiest way to do so is simply to hit subscribe right under the video. There's also a little tiny bell icon which will send you an email whenever I post something new. And if you like that kind of email notification, you should sign up for my newsletter as well. And there'll be a link below if you click see more, and you can do that on my website. I'm also on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and every month I announce when new videos are posted on those websites. Additionally, just a quick note for those of you that used to follow me on Instagram, I've recently switched to a new handle. So the third link is that new handle. So you can click that and subscribe to that new page if you were a fan of the old one. And last but most importantly, I like to end with heartfelt gratitude. I'm so happy that you guys have allowed me to talk for the last 25, 30 minutes, whatever, about what's coming through energetically. But more importantly, I'm glad that you have allowed for me to be a part of your growth. That's really what this is about. And when I looked at all signs this month, I saw a circle or a chain of light that I feel like we're starting to build. A support for one another, which is really important. I think all light workers should support each other. Growth within, and this sort of positive wave that can counter some of the negativity we're seeing in the world. Keep doing what you're doing. It's helping. Just by improving yourself, you're improving the planet. So on that note, I'd like to end and say thank you so much. Wishing you love, light, and abundance now and always. See you soon.